found this lump of matrix out in the Miocene in Virginia, somewhere along the Potomac River, and it looks like it's got a snail shell in here. I have no idea if it's intact, but I'm going to try very carefully to find out. I'm using a dental pick from my dentist's office. These things get retired after a while because they get dull after they've been used on several people's teeth. So he gives them to me for free. Kind person that he is. So that I can work on this stuff. Keep blowing on this. I probably shouldn't because the acid in my breath is going to affect the shells, at least until I stabilize them. But I'm going to stabilize it pretty quickly, and they're already chalky because of the acid in the matrix. Ever so carefully, so far so good. Look, there's a tiny little clam shell there. Let's see if I can. Lots of itty bitty things in here. When I'm all done, I'm going to go through the pile of crumbs and see what kind of microscopic, or almost microscopic, fossils I can find. I'm not patient enough to go looking after things that are truly microscopic. I like having things that I can see with at least a hand lens, even if it's tiny. This is one that I found earlier today. Another snail shell. Look how tiny that thing is. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. I just have to get it out without breaking it. Been in the matrix for 15 million years, and I don't want to destroy it now. I don't think I found one of this species before. This is a new one for me. It's probably related to Euspiraeus, but I don't know until I go through my field guides. Alright, I just very gently, very gently broke off a big chunk of the matrix with my fingers, and it was kind of a bad thing to do because I could have totally destroyed this if it stuck to the matrix, but it did in fact come out. So we're getting there. Just a little bit more. Oh, look at that. There's two of them. It's a pair. That broke off. This is why you gotta be careful. See, that shell got broken when it fell off. The temptation to just break this last bit off is overwhelming. that, I will break it. Ah, yeah, see, that's what happens. I just broke a little chip off. I knew that was going to happen. It's not too bad though. I think this is probably where I'm going to have to quit. I would like to see the aperture because the back end here is helpful for identification. No, that's as far as I go. That's as far as I go. There it is. Now, since this thing is so crumbly, I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to stabilize it. Use a consolidant. There are a couple of different kinds. Some people just use plain old Elmer's glue, which is totally archival, but a devil to undo if you need to. I'm going to use this stuff here. Oops. These are, it's kind of hard to see. This is a polymer called paraloid. It comes in tiny little beads, which dissolve in acid. I dissolve these in acetone to make a nice little liquid. Which is right here in this bottle. Ta-da! And I'm just going to pour a little bit on to make sure that this thing does not fall apart as soon as I look at it sideways. This stuff will soak the plastic all into all the pores. Some people will soak their specimens, but I have mixed results with that from these shells. Sometimes it works and sometimes they disintegrate. So I'm just going to let that sit. There it is, it's all done. Doesn't it look beautiful? Got some nice growth lines on the side there. Very nice little shell. Yay!